We're excited to share with you a wonderful conversation with Dia Moriah about how quilting in community matters, whether it's a mother-daughter community or an extended community in the world of quilting.
We are so glad you could join us. You really have the concept of what it's like to be in the classroom with us. We could start with Dee.
I've been quilting for about 5 to 6 years now. That was my goal when I moved to North Carolina. One of the things I wanted to do was learn how to quilt. I have a little background in sewing. My mom had taught me how to sew when I was younger. I used to make clothes for myself and for my children when I got married and everything. And then the sewing machine was more of a dust collector. And then I decided I wanted to take some of these scraps and do something with it. So I took up quilting.
Yeah, did you start at the same time or when did you learn how to quilt?
So I started a little after mom. She was always glowing about quilting. And I'm like, I should do a hobby with mom so that we could do something and share an experience, even though we're far apart. I will say that I've been quilting for maybe a year because I will count my experience with you all as my true dive into understanding the free motion, how to use a pattern, the importance of aligning the points. Cause I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's art, but it does matter some.
I had
Yeah.
no clue you were a brand new quilter when you were with us on the cruise. That's really exciting. Which, like some people ask us, we've gotten emails about who can be a part of the a day away experience and can you do it as a brand new quilter? So that's really exciting to hear. I wanted to ask a quick question about how was it learning from all three of the different instructors? Because we
Mhm.
each have a different style of teaching. We each teach completely different techniques. You mentioned the free motion quilting class, and this is the first time we've added it onto a mystery quilt online. So really excited about that component. And then, and as a new quilter as well, Guyleen teaches, her butterfly fly seam. I'm teaching curves. But talk a little bit about your experience in the classroom with each of the teachers.
I'm a hands-on learner. So being in class, hearing you say it and having you look and kind of critique, that helped a whole lot compared to watching a video and trying it yourself and don't have anyone to tell you go left when you should go right or whatever like that. I really enjoyed the whole hands-on. Each class, each of the instructors were so hands-on and really it's like you really cared. It's like I know there was other students in the class and everybody was very friendly and everybody got together, but just to have the instructors do one-on-one, I felt that helped so much for us, for me anyway.
Absolutely.
And for me, all of my classes, there was a space held of completely no judgment on
Right.
experience levels.
Yeah.
And so even just cutting, I didn't do any of the homework and I complained about it. I complained about it for the whole week leading up to the week. I'm like, everybody's not retired. This is not right. Pay for somebody to cut it. Blah, 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 blah. And so what was I doing during my first class with Professor Guyleen? I was in the training room trying to cut strips, and I had never cut strips. And I said, "Dear God, I'm trying to do something for my mom, and this is just miserable." And then one of the classmates said, "Sweetie, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm trying to make some strips." And she told me how to fold it. So then I was trying to read the instructions and forgot her name. The cruise coordinator, she says, "Can't help you. Told you should wait, and Guyleen is coming." And I was like, "She's not coming." Pretty went over there. They're so far ahead, but it was true. Like the actuality that you stopped and you focused on me for a solid 8 to 10 minutes, and you didn't get frustrated. You didn't make any like passive aggressive comments. It was short. Like you gave me the same amount of joy that you gave with the people who already had 4 blocks. And here I was like, I have my pieces, professor. Like, what next? And so that put me at ease in so many ways because I'm like, chill out. This is vacation. This
Right.
is fun. You're
Yeah.
holding yourself up to a standard that's not necessary because you're truly a beginner. So
Right.
after the cruise, for me, I was like a confident beginner. I'm still like I put in my bio that I like to quilt, and I've made wall hangings for like coworkers as farewell gifts, and we did a show together in February. But for me, like the fact that you hold space for all levels in all people and all ages, because we had someone, I think, low 30s all the way up to 80s.
Yeah.
But you gave us the same type of energy. It felt like we were in this utopia of just creativity. And when someone tried to bring up the current events, others graciously shut it down and we tap back into sewing, crafting, and creating.
That's the energy we're going into a day away with, right?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the, like, even in picking the name of the event, we're like, we want an escape, we want a safe space, we want a space where we're like creativity can flourish. So you've already taken classes from Guyleen and Geraldine and myself. What excites you? And, like, why did you choose to do an online mystery quilt with us this time? And what are you looking forward to about this adventure with us?
This is my opportunity to jump into it and stick with it. It's like it's a challenge for me, but it's a goal that I intend to go. And then I have my daughter to help me to be accountable. Because when you're online, what you don't do, nobody's gonna see it or whatever. But my daughter's gonna keep me accountable, and I appreciate that.
So for me, it's a positive challenge, some accountability, and it's also like, because mom and I are so different with how we approach, we don't know all of what we're going to do, but we have the same set of instructions. And so it's going to be interesting to kind of see what happens.
What would you tell someone who's on the fence about signing up for a day away?
Oh, I would say sign up. I forgot to tell you, mom and I ran into two of the cruise quilters, Miss Joan and Miss Deborah from New Jersey. We ran into them at another quilting conference, but I would say, no, you have nothing to lose. It's an investment. At minimum, you get community. And the fact that we are able to chat with each other. And so when I saw Miss Joan and Miss Deborah, my mom was like, two of your classmates, they were in the class with you, but not me. They said, didn't you have a daughter? And it just reminds me of the power of community across state lines, because you never know, somebody might say, hey, I'm coming through New York City, and I'm gonna say, all right, I'll meet you in Midtown from the Bronx. Or hopefully one day I could reunite with Miss Joan and Miss Deborah across the river. But community is powerful, and we need community. I mean, life is hard, and we need community. And what better way to do it with creativity as well? The other reason why people should sign up is because you have 3 world-renowned professors that are teaching you some really dope / amazing skill sets. These are creatives, and then they had phenomenal careers before they were creatives. And so it's like, they have to call you professor because they got to put some respect on your name, because your life's work is amazing.
I thank you both from joining us, giving us your thoughts. I look forward to seeing you guys in the community within the platform. So we're there. Tell all your friends, get everybody in. They don't want to miss the maiden voyage of our first mystery quilt. If we think in the future of several of these, you don't want to miss the first count.
Right.
To say, I procrastinated. The longer you take the sign up, the less of bonuses you get. So the earlier you sign up, it puts you at different bonus categories. So those who signed up the first day or two will end up with all the bonuses. Is
there anything else you want to add to quilters who might be on, joining us on a day away? Or what are you excited about?
Every skill that you learn, practice, practice, practice. And for my daughter, when we went on the cruise, I kept saying practice makes progression. We're not going for perfection.